So, history of pelvic floor. For years, therapy has been centered around volitional control, not automatic. So, what do I mean by that? Volitional control just means you have to think about it. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Let me tighten my pelvic floor. All right. Not automatic, where when automatic is like you're breathing when you're asleep or your heart beating during the day. You don't think, oh, heartbeat, keep me alive. You shouldn't have to think about your pelvic floor, because your pelvic floor is more than just incontinence. It's more than just leaking. It provides stability for the entire pelvis. So if you don't have a pelvic floor that's firing automatically, you can't think, oh, let me step off a curb, engage my pelvic floor to stabilize my pelvis. It doesn't work that way. It has to be automatic if you want that proper stability system, the right amount, so not too much and not too little, to properly kick in to protect your entire pelvis. All right, so squeezing before you sneeze is a thing of the past, and that's not something that should be taught as proper treatment for end result of great pelvic floor. So no one wants to think about doing a Kegel before bursting out into laughter. And that's why this treatment is ridiculous. All right, so you're sitting at a table with your friends, and the last thing you want to do is think about, oh, I needed to contract my pelvic floor, instead of being fully engaged in the conversation and enjoying that burst of spontaneous laughter that's absolutely wonderful. So on a little side note, when we look at functional strength, babies don't have to volitionally think about holding it. All right, so what gives? You know, they're not thinking, oh, let me hold my pelvic floor muscles. We don't potty train by teaching babies how to hold their pelvic floors. No, we teach them where to go to the bathroom. So hopefully it's not in the bathtub like my child's enjoying doing lately. So if we look at this automatic control, if babies can develop automatic control of their pelvic floor, why do we lose it? And then how do we get it back? Because it definitely has more to do with everything working together than just being like a postpartum woman. All right, so there's a lot of factors. And if we just look at that one little thing, that's why women aren't fully getting their pelvic floors back, because just working on Kegels, just tightening your pelvic floor isn't enough. You've got to incorporate pelvic floor into your exercise, into your daily routine, and then we've got to make it automatic by getting the rest of your body to fire correctly. And so that's what we're going to cover in this class. And it's not just going to be educational. Don't worry. We're going to cover lots of great exercises, regressions, progressions, like how to do it, how to make it harder, how to make it easier, so that you can find the right fit.